Welcome to Film and Page. I'm Dominic, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the new Bill and Ted trailer and a little bit about Matrix 4. So this Bill and Ted Face the Music, the trailer came out a few days ago, and I watched the trailer yesterday, and I have to say it was a pretty good trailer. Sold me on the movie, made me want to see it, and then it made me realize it also made me feel old. Because when I watched the trailer, Bill and Ted, they're like old guys now. They're not Bill and Ted anymore, and it makes me feel old. Like Keanu Reeves is finally starting to show some signs of aging after all this time. But I can remember when I saw the original Bill and Ted, that feels like such a long time ago. I guess it was 1989, but it feels older than that. Like for some reason I thought that I had seen that movie in like 85 or 86 or something like that. For some reason I thought it was an older movie than that. I rewatched it a couple of years ago, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and I was kind of surprised that it had come out in 1989. For some reason I thought it was a much older movie than that, like 84, 85 or something like that, or 86. And I remember watching it at a friend's place. He rented it, and I went down to his house, and we watched it down there, and both of us really enjoyed it, really liked it. Now, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I never seen that one. That's one I have never seen the sequel. I don't think I have. I might have seen it and forgot, but I don't remember. I remember seeing Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure very vividly. I remember there's a very vivid memory the first time seeing that movie, but I don't think I ever seen the sequel. But if I decide to go see the new one, I want to see the Bogus Journey before I go see the next one, Bill and Ted Face the Music. But yeah, it looks funny from what I see, and seems like they still got the spirit of the old movies. So have to see how it works out. Because I like Keanu Reeves. I think he's done a lot of good movies and stuff. And so that brings me on to the next thing I want to talk about. The Matrix 4. So they're going to do another Matrix movie, which I'm surprised that they're doing it. Well, I guess I'm not surprised, because they seem to be like strip mining the past Hollywood. But so the movie's being directed just by Lana Wachowski. The other Wachowskis, I guess, not involved. And so Lana is the one who wrote the script and who is directing the film. And so Keanu Reeves came out. I read an article called, I think it was Sound of Consequence or something like that, the website. But anyway, the article that I took these quotes from, I'll leave in the description below so you can read the full article yourself. So Keanu Reeves was asked why he had come back to do the fourth Matrix, and so this is what he had to say. Lana Wachowski wrote a beautiful script and a wonderful story that resonated with me, Reeves explained to Empire. That's the only reason to do it. To work with her again is just amazing. The 55-year-old actor suggested the Matrix 4 plot could provide meaningful modern-day lessons to fans. It's been really special, and the story has, I think, some meaningful things to say, and that we could take some nourishment from, said Reeves. Now, Carrie-Anne Moss also talked about the script as well, and what she had to say was, when it was brought to me in the way that it was brought to me, with incredible depth, and all the integrity and artistry that you can imagine, I was like, this is a gift. It was just very exciting. And from the article I read, seemingly the rumor is the plot involves time travel and the characters going back in time and meeting up with a younger version of Morpheus. Now, I don't really have I'm not like a diehard Matrix fan, but I remember really liking the first Matrix film, and it's one of those movies where I wasn't like a diehard into the film when it came out, but I remember watching it. I didn't see it in theaters. I missed it when it came out in theaters, but I did rent it, end up watching it, and it's one of those movies that I watched it the first time. I thought, oh, yeah, okay, that's an okay movie, but the more I watched it over time, the better it got. That first Matrix film. And I saw the two sequels. Now, the two sequels, I saw both of those in the theater. And when I initially watched them, I really enjoyed them upon first viewing. I liked them. I actually liked them better upon first viewing than the actual first Matrix movie. But then over time, it's one of those movies when you watch it once, and how can I explain this? like there's certain movies, like I go in to watch the movie, like Matrix, for example, the Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. Went and saw both movies, and upon first viewing, walked out of the theater and thought they were good. But then as time went on, I kind of realized that whenever I wanted to watch a Matrix movie, I always just rewatched the first one and never went back to rewatch any of the sequels. And they were just like a, because the more I thought about them over time, like the less, like the shine kind of wore off. I start to realize they weren't as good as the first Matrix movie. So whenever I feel like watching the Matrix, I just watch the first one. And I've never really, I might have seen like bits and pieces of the sequels since I've watched them in theaters, but I don't think I've watched them all, like a whole movie, each one of them again, since I've seen them in theaters. But the first one, like if I ever get in that mood to watch Matrix, just rewatch the first one. Because the first one, to me, it just got better and better and better. Like it just has way more depth than any of the other ones. The other ones, like, seemed like they get like bogged down in a lot of philosophical ideas. And the other thing is, I feel like the first Matrix movie, like they told the whole story in that movie. Like Neo had his hero's journey, and he had his, his revelation and his, I guess, because it's a heavily Gnostic themed movie, he had his, like Gnostic, he achieved gnosis, as they say in Gnostic circles, and he was able to defeat the agents. So there wasn't really any story left to tell. I think that's why the other sequels didn't work, is because there wasn't really any story left to tell. It's just like trying to make more Star Wars movies after that take place after Return of the Jedi. Like that, I think that's another reason, one of the reasons why the new Disney Star Wars movies didn't quite work, is because they're just trying to add on more to a story that's already wrapped up and done. And that's how I feel about the Matrix. So I don't really know what more story left they could have to tell in that world in a Matrix 4. I don't know. That would be satisfying as the first one. And as far as the Wachowskis go, I've seen a few of their movies outside of the Matrix, but to be honest, like, what have they done that has really impacted pop culture or really has been a huge hit since the Matrix? They haven't. It's kind of like they're kind of like one-hit wonders. Like a rock band has one really good hit and then they never really can duplicate that success again. That's kind of like what happened with the Wachowskis. They never could really duplicate the Matrix again. Like, all their movies have been letdowns or not as good. That's kind of like what I see when I read about them. And I don't know. To me, I'm not really convinced that this. I mean, it might be a good movie, but it just seems like it's more Hollywood just trying to mine the past. It's like they can't do anything new anymore. So, okay, well, what was the last thing we did that was good? Okay, let's go back to the Matrix well and see if we can wring some more blood out of that turnip. And the same thing, even though I'm excited for Bill and Ted, it's the same thing. It's like going back and mining the past, to try to get people into the theaters on nostalgia. And, I know a lot of people like to bash Avatar, that movie. But I remember going to see that in the theaters, and it's another one of those movies. I saw it twice in the theaters, Avatar, and I remember liking it upon the first couple viewings. I really liked it. Like, the 3D was really awesome when seeing it IMAX, and really got sucked into it. But then I never really had a urge to watch it again after. Like, I've never watched it again since I watched it in the theaters back in 2009. But I do have to say, like, at the time, it just felt like a refreshing thing. Even though the storyline wasn't original, it was just kind of nice to see something new. You know what I mean? It wasn't Star Wars. It wasn't like, anything else. It wasn't like a rehash of something older. It was kind of like something new. It was a new thing, or at least an attempt at a new sci-fi thing. And I think it should get some credit for that. And I know they're doing some sequels. It seems like they got like 3 sequels planned to come out back to back. So I have no idea if they'll be any good or not. But yeah, so I kind of expect that this Matrix 4 will probably be as good as Matrix 2 and 3. Probably about as good. I don't think it's not going to be like the first Matrix. I think the first Matrix was just like perfect storm right there, and it was a huge hit. And and it's a movie, science fiction movie I really like, and I've watched it many times since, and it's only gotten better each time I watch it. Like, I enjoy it more now than the first time I watched it, because like a lot of it I didn't get at the time when I watched it, but you know, now there's more. I just see like there's more and more layers to the movie, and I think it's really good. I know that sounds pretentious, but I hope I'm getting my point across. But that's how I feel about these two movies. Now, am I excited for Matrix 4? No, not really. I'm not. I'm just kind of neutral on it. I don't really care one way or the other if it comes out or if it doesn't come out. But I'll give it a chance. I'll check it out. I don't know if I'll go to the theaters to see it. I'll probably see what the reviews are like. If the reviews are really good, I'll go see it. If not, I'll just wait for it to stream it or something like that, or rent it at home. And I'm actually more excited about the new Bill and Ted movie than Matrix 4, to be honest. Bill and Ted, I might go see that in theaters. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all in helping this channel grow. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded.